I have breaking news that you're gonna love. It's been called, Marie Newman has won.
I love it. Down goes Lipinski. Down goes Lipinski. I love it. It's so important. So look, Marie Newman, real progressive. Her winning that race is great because another Justice Democrat goes in. She's a two-time Justice Democrat. It's super important because Dan Lipinski was a fake Democrat, and I don't just say that lightly. He was literally a Republican until the day that he ran for office. He took his daddy's seat. He held his Republican positions. He was anti-choice. He voted with Trump and the Republicans all the time. Getting Lipinski out of office was such a wonderful thing. And to have him replaced by a progressive is perfect. But also because it goes to show you, if progressives build up enough name recognition, and that's what Marie Newman did by running twice, it shows you we could beat anybody. And it's, yes, Lipinski is a particularly terrible Democrat, but remember, the entire Democratic Party, in their infinite corruption, supported him anyway. Nancy Pelosi supported him. They're like, oh yes, I love it when Lipinski votes with the Republicans. You should back Lipinski. And we just beat Democratic leadership. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of those other wonderful just Democrats, those uncorrupted progressives, when they run a second time, they're going to win a second time. There's a huge ray of hope for the entire movement. So look, I'm not saying Marie Newman is going to have every vote that's going to be perfect. I don't know that. But I do know that she's 1,000 times more progressive than Dan Lipinski. And the message that it sends is really, really important. Now, it's also super important when she goes in now, because that's a very blue seat. That's it. It's over. She'll be the congresswoman from that seat. She has to support other Justice Democrats. You cannot go in as a Justice Democrat, win as a Justice Democrat, and then when you get into office, say, I don't believe in primaries anymore. If you do that, then it's really betraying the whole movement. I don't suspect she's going to do that, but all of those Justice Democrats, they have to be a caucus. They have to work together. And yes, they have to be in favor of primaries because most of the other Democrats are establishment Democrats. If we want to get progressives to be a majority in Congress, we have no choice but to run primaries. So we just won in a primary with Marie Newman. I hope she stays true to that. I hope all the Justice Democrats stay true to that and support other upcoming primaries. This is a giant win for the movement.
Yeah, so with about just over 75% reporting, it looks like it's 3.5% of a lead for Newman. My thoughts really fast on this particular race is it's one of those examples of when I was talking about we need, we had the squad come in and then there was this new wave of women that were progressives. I think we needed to back that up with the next cycle, with something like this happening. There needs to be a confirmation that this was a good move by the majority of the country. We know progressives like this, but then as the country and other states start to see this, this is not New York, obviously, and then you have someone like this happen. I think there needs to be a building coalition, sometimes in a way a grassroots thing. When I asked you last block, Cenk, about as far as getting another Bernie in this, I don't necessarily mean for a presidential run. There needs to be representation of progressives all throughout our government from every level.
Yes.
From your state representatives to then your governors and then your lieutenant governors and everybody at every level to do something. And so I think this is a part of it, and that will lead to more people that are progressive voices potentially in a position like a president.
So, Jayar, that's exactly right. And so I want to really emphasize this to everyone watching right now, because you are the future. I don't say that as some stupid cliche. I mean it literally. So what I learned from my election is that, as I've been saying now over and over again for the last couple of weeks, and with Marie Newman winning, that proves out the theory. It's only the latest data point. There's many data points on this. It's that name recognition is everything. So what is the lesson that we learned from that? Start running for all your local offices, because every time you're on the ballot, you get more name recognition and more name recognition. You start a city council, then move your way up, just like the establishment guys did. And don't let the system corrupt you. Don't let them say, oh, well, next time in order to win, don't count on the people, count on money. No, you stay true to the people. And the more you win and the more you deliver for them, the more you'll have them on your side. So run for any office that you can, and then do it again and again and again. And the more times you run, the better chance you have. And look, a lot of these folks who won, it was not their first time around. Some they were, but a lot they weren't. They had started with lower level offices. Like Ayanna Pressley was in state legislature before she ran for Congress. She'd already been on the ballot many times. She'd already won before. So start at all levels, start running right now, and don't stop running until we take over the government. I'm telling you right now, it's a super ironic thing, but I think partly because of my election, even though it turned out very poorly, but it taught me a lot of lessons about what doesn't work and what's absolutely essential in winning. And so what's essential is for all of us to get our name recognition higher and higher and higher until we all have a chance to win. And Marie Newman is a perfect example of that.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, Jayar. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.